Work is well underway for a new hospital in Kimball. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Kimball Health Services has launched a major regional fundraising campaign to raise $2.2 million in funding for a new hospital in the community that would be completed by the fall of 2023. Officials with the facility and Kimball Hospital Foundation announced the public portion of the effort yesterday at the former West Elementary School, which will be the site of the new facility, and said they've already received $1.5 million in private commitments. One of those commitments is $500,000 from Bonnie Risk, who says she initially planned to remain anonymous, but ultimately decided to come forward in an effort to encourage others.
Like our community and us, it is resilient. It has stood strong through the years. And as Jim said, when I gave my commitment to our community, I had all intents of staying anonymous. But with a little kind talking and coaxing, I then realized that maybe by being of example and leading by example, it would inspire others.
Construction on the facility is anticipated to start in May on the nearly 60,000 square foot facility, which was originally estimated at $32 million, but the cost of materials and services has pushed that figure up to $40 million. Hospital Medical Director Dr. James Broomfield said a new facility is a key to the future of care in the community, as the doctor that did everything no longer exists.
It requires a lot of different doctors now to do what those individuals doctors did. Also, just with technology and everything, talking about an MRI and all the other things that the hospital is going to offer, we have to have a new facility. We're not going to be able to recruit to get all the different doctors we need in, much less the primary care doctors to stay here long term.
The project is being financed with a 40-year U.S. Department of Agriculture loan, $6.4 million in 25-year bond funding, which is expected to be repaid by hospital revenues, and funds raised in the capital campaign, with area banks assisting with bond anticipation notes to fund the construction. Those wanting to contribute to the hospital fundraising are encouraged to contact Foundation Director Carrie Ferguson at 308-235-1967. Well, Scottsbluff County Commissioners yesterday evening settled on a new pay scale for elected officials that will see relatively modest increases for the county's top positions. Starting next year, the pay rates for County Treasurer, Register of Deeds, County Assessor, Clerk of the District Court, and County Clerk would increase approximately 5% to just under $70,000 and go up nearly 4% in each of the 3 following years. Commissioners spent approximately 1 hour debating various options, settling on the proposal from Commissioner Mark Harris.
All the information I looked at and all of the numbers that I've tried to ask people in the private sector for some things comparable. I'm proud of these numbers. I'm proud to offer them. And as we all know, that they're being offered to you, and they're being offered to anyone else that wants to run. And so we just have to keep that in mind.
Salaries for the county attorney, public defender, and sheriff will go up approximately 6% for the first year and then approximately 5% in the following years. Salaries for the commissioners will remain at their current levels of about $25,000 and slightly more than $27,250 for the next 4 years. The vote was 3-2, with Charlie Knapper and Ken Meyer voting against, and both saying their preference would have been a straight 5% annual increase. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
Life Care promises us that we are looked after and taken care of properly.
If I didn't have Life Care, I would be probably scared to death about having enough money for when I got older or when I got sick.
Moving in here was an easy decision and in fact a no-brainer. I looked at it as actually buying long-term care insurance and in retrospect a good move.
One of the things that convinces me that we did the right thing is no matter what happens, we will constantly be taken care of.
The whole thing is just vital because you don't have to be worried about what's ahead for you. It's there, it's in black and white, and that's reassuring.
This is home. It has been from the day I moved in.
Welcome back. Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts delivered his State of the State address before lawmakers Thursday, outlining his 4 major priorities, including tax relief, protecting public safety, replacing the Nebraska State Penitentiary, and securing Nebraska's water resources. During a statewide fly-around stop in Scottsbluff yesterday afternoon, Ricketts said he is proposing an income tax cut for corporations and nearly 419,000 residents whose incomes rise into the state's top bracket. The governor said he would seek to lower the top rates to 5.84%, down from the current 6.84% for individuals and 7.25% for corporations that will go into effect next year.
Now, I'm sure there will be people who try to frame this as a tax cut for the rich. But I would remind them that that top income tax bracket begins at $33,160. So let's ask that individual who's making $33,000 if they feel rich. Because I'll tell you, the median income in Nebraska is around $48,000, $49,000 a year. So our top tax bracket starts below the median income in our state. Over 400,000 Nebraskans are in that tax bracket. They deserve relief.
The plan would reduce state tax collections by $178 million by fiscal year 2025. Like many other states, Nebraska is flush with cash from a better-than-expected pandemic economy and billions in federal stimulus payments that went to most Nebraska taxpayers. Well, 2 Layton School District Board members will remain in office after an attempted recall election failed to generate enough support for their ouster. Board President Susie Ernest and Secretary Roland Rushman survived the recall after mail-in and in-person voting ended on Tuesday. 196 votes were cast in favor of the recall for Ernest, with 246 voting against, while 179 votes backed the recall of Rushman, while 264 votes against the effort. The recall followed a tumultuous 2021 for the district, in which 2 board members resigned, the superintendent was placed on administrative leave and then reinstated, and the recall effort that garnered enough signatures to place the issue before voters. And a new restaurant will soon be opening in the spot that once housed the Oregon Trail Lounge and the OT Roadhouse. Earlier this month, the owners of Mi Sinaloa Restaurant announced their application to the Nebraska Liquor and Control Commission was approved. Although a grand opening date has not been set, they say their hope is to provide a family-friendly atmosphere with the best food and drinks. This will be the 3rd Mexican restaurant to open its doors in Gering in the past 12 months, including Chino's on 10th Street and Guanajuato, which opened up in November in the old Wendy's building. Well, coming after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your weekend weather forecast. You'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
What a year 2020 was. Now's the time to get out and travel this summer to see family and friends you were not able to see this last year. Spend more time enjoying your trip by flying United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with daily flights to and from Denver. Reserve your flight today and remember United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. And don't forget, Thrifty Car Rental is here for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and hitch a ride with your BFF, Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Well, decreasing winds here across the area this evening. We've still got some gusty breezes here to start the evening, but they will taper off as we go later on into the night and really lead us into a very nice weekend. Really no complaints at all. Mild for at least the first half of next week. Could see a system in here Wednesday that's going to cool us off, maybe even bring some snow showers. We'll keep an eye on that. 54 yesterday, 4-year high after a morning low of 29. Nothing in the rain gauge, still running above normal for the month and year from that one snowstorm. Boy, you can see that colder air just off to the northeast of us. Up in the Dakotas, we've got temperatures there in the teens. Most of the rest of the region, 20s and 30s, warmest right here in our area, where we have temperatures in the upper 20s and low 30s. And we use the word warm loosely, as it's certainly not very warm out there. And those north winds, 20 to 30, gusts 40 to 45 miles an hour, driving those wind chills down into the single digits and teens for most of us. A very cold, raw day, thanks in part to those gusty northerly and northwesterly winds. There's been a few light snow showers around as well. Those will move out and taper off as we go through the rest of the evening hours, and skies are going to clear as we get towards sunrise. And we're looking for lows overnight down into the teens for pretty much all the region. Now we zoom into tomorrow. We start the day with any clouds off in the central and eastern portions of the region quickly dissipating, and we're left with a sunny day tomorrow for the most part, just a few high-level clouds late in the day. Average it all out, it'll be sunny to mostly sunny here across the area. And warmer conditions start to kick back in for tomorrow, and we certainly will be much lighter in the winds. Not going to be completely calm tomorrow, but certainly a lot lighter than where they were today. Highs upper 30s and low to mid 40s, even a couple of upper 40s sneaking in out there. And we really have no precip to really measure, and any snow going to be very light, anything falling out there in the trace or less than an inch category. 18 tonight with decreasing winds and partly cloudy skies. For tomorrow, we'll call it sunny to mostly sunny and highs in the mid-40s. A pretty nice day tomorrow. Another nice one on Sunday. Same situation, be in the mid and upper 40s. Looks like both Monday and Tuesday will pick up into the 50s. Then again, that system may be coming in by Wednesday, bringing cloudier skies, maybe even a few snow flurries and snow showers around. At least a slight chance of some of that activity, and colder conditions, especially Wednesday into Thursday. That cold air going to oscillate back and forth across the region. We'll see where it ends up, but certainly it looks like Wednesday on next week a lot more active.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes over 300 different high-performance lubricants, including fuel conditioners, hydraulic and transmission fluid, and more. We've been helping customers improve their operations for more than 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and can even deliver right to your door to offer excellent service and value. Our products are made to exceedingly extend drain and grease intervals to reduce maintenance and labor costs to improve the budget. Whether you're in a factory, farm fleet, or like to go fast, Hydrotex is here to help. Visit your local Hydrotex dealer in person or online today.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.
Nebraska's own Brady Revels is the top award winner of the 2022 Excellence in Ag Award here at the 2022 American Farm Bureau Convention in Atlanta, Georgia. And Brady is a member of the Douglas County Farm Bureau.
Still kind of surprised. I think about the other finalists, and there's so many people that are deserving, so it's just extremely humbling. So, still in shock, kind of. I texted my wife, and I was like, hey, I won. And she was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, oh. So, yeah, I think we're all still kind of in shock.
Okay, you get to bring back a great honor to the state of Nebraska. What does that mean to you?
I think it really means a lot. And this is, I told Mark earlier, this is all Audrey and Phil. It's the Farm Bureau staff, the support that they gave me throughout not just this process, but throughout my Farm Bureau career. And it's a testament to the work that Farm Bureau does for Nebraska agriculture, and just very, very humbled and grateful and happy to be Nebraska's first national winner.
Absolutely. So the Excellence in Ag competition, give us kind of the scope and size of what this is.
Yep. So the majority of it happens before you get to convention. 80% of it is based on your application. And so your application is kind of a comprehensive review, if you will, of activities in agriculture, activities in Farm Bureau, activities in my community. And so all that was already done. So here was the fun part. It was just 20% of the score where you get to talk about what you did. And I kind of went into it with the mindset that no one's going to bomb their presentation. So the hard part's already done. So just get up there and talk about, what you do. And it's easy to talk about Farm Bureau and agriculture because I love it and can get pretty passionate about it. And so it wasn't hard, so to speak, just because you're telling about yourself.
Right. Okay, so winning this national award, I assume is not the end for you. So what's next?
Just continuing my Farm Bureau involvement. I'm termed out on the Young Farmer and Rancher Committee, but certainly hope to stay plugged in. Had a chance a few years ago to serve on the Long Range Planning Committee, and I plan to be around for the next Long Range Planning Committee. So just continuing Farm Bureau involvement, go back to Douglas County and look at doing some great things there with Farm Bureau, and work. One of my big pushes, if you will, now is getting ag education into all the public schools in Douglas County. So we've got one in OPS. We're starting a new program in Ralston, and I've heard rumors that Bennington is. So now getting DC West community to step up and look at really growing formal agricultural education in our area.
And as a winner of the Excellence in Ag Award, Brady will receive a Ford pickup courtesy of Ford. This is the Rural Radio Network.
The Evergreen Credit Card by FNBO. Earn unlimited 2% cash back on every purchase. Every day. Everywhere. Never worry about expiring points or category restrictions. Plus, there's no annual fee. Only from the Great Big Small Bank. A bank ever ready for you to earn more, wherever life leads. Evergreen by FNBO.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. The Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. First State Bank is now Riverstone Bank. Community strong with the same people you know and trust.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
Swipe right, swipe left, endlessly searching. Finding the perfect match isn't always perfect, but it can be when it comes to finances. Nora found the perfect business loan. Jenny opened her first savings account. Grammy loves her checking account. We found a match for Wilson Farms. The Sandersons were matched with a mortgage. Regardless of your financial situation, Platte Valley Bank will match you with the perfect solution. Find your match at Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, the Scottsbluff City Council has approved the preliminary plat for a large parcel of land on the west side of town. The Five Oaks subdivision plat, located south of the Elite Health Center, recently received approval from the Planning Commission for the more than 24 lots. Some conditions of the new plat include a 10-foot crosswalk and 20-foot utility easement to satisfy the requirements of city code. Property owner Bill Trumbull explains to the council why the preliminary plat was needed.
You know, and with preliminary plats, you may or may not know, they have to be renewed every 2 years. And I don't know if this part is something new. This was preliminary plat previously, and then we let it die. But with that easement at the bottom, no, to me that's a user-friendly piece. That's a nice connection piece.
The council unanimously voted to approve the resolution. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back here on Monday.